season, so to speak. A
Hello.
few sessions that are
Yay.
at least a few sessions that are dedicated to your backstory. So, like,
Good
for example, we're
morning.
in his home city, so this is kind of Nyx's era.
Hello, everyone. We're live.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Also, if you want to find people
Good
to play
morning.
with,
no.
go on Roll20 because there's a lot of people like searching for groups on Roll20. So check that out.
What's that?
Huh?
Roll 20. What's
Roll20 is a basically where you can use maps and stuff like that. It's
It's another virtual tabletop.
yeah,
which is
virtual
what
tabletop.
Shmeppy
That's the
is.
word.
Oh,
But it
yes,
also
yes, yes,
allows
yes.
people to allows people to find groups, and Reddit is also Reddit. I'm not a big fan as of Reddit. I guess that was one of the first times I got sexually harassed in D&D from Reddit. So yeah, I have not great experiences. But hey, if you're a dude, you probably will have a great time.
That's true. Good point.
Most groups I find on Reddit are always end up having bad experiences. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what
But
I
you're-
find. Like a lot of people who find groups on Reddit just end up having bad experiences.
Can you come closer to the mic again?
I'm really far. I'm like,
Okay. But yeah, no, the reason why we're kind of just starting now because Rosie said that we're starting in the Whispers channel. So
Yeah.
So what you're saying is stream sniping is okay.
I mean,
We're gonna watch it.
that would, I mean, I guess if you want to ruin the surprise.
No, yeah.
But
No
yo,
way.
I'm just gonna grab my hot dog and then I'll be ready.
Alright, and enjoy the
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my last
enjoy.
hot dog,
and
guys.
fuck's sake.
I couldn't wait for you to go and get the hot
I'm
dog.
gonna skin my. Okay, never mind.
So, skin away.
Don't.
I killed my slinky.
I wish I was your slinky.
There are layers to that, and we're gonna have to come back.
You know what else has layers? Onions have. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. I should have said a cake because people like cake, but you know, not everyone. Some people like onions and other people don't like onions.
Rose.
You're really bringing in my my character for when Rye does or the death for Rylerin.
Wait, what the
Just gonna
fuck?
prep you.
Wait, what's happening?
Exact-
Number.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
No. It's nothing important.
nothing.
No.
It's
Don't
nothing
worry
you
about
won't
it.
learn about soon enough.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry about it.
No. Yeah. It's
I'll
cool.
mod. I'll do it.
I mean, well, yeah. Then
Go on.
I don't like those.
it's okay. It's okay.
DM, will you have the honor of dragging me to my death in Whispers?
We are also on Spotify. Hooray!
We're on Spotify.
What?
Guys.
Pro tip: right-click on the video. I'm reading the
Oh.
1 hour of
Very
epic
important.
Gothic music, Queen's memories.
Yes, we are using magic for music.
Magic.
We're using magic. Yes.
We're using real.
I mean, we are.
That is true.
Yeah, we're using music from Michael Gelfi Studios. Very good YouTube for music.
It's very good.
Very good.
Very good. You know,
We are also using that, but that was not what I meant to copy. I'm gonna lose my mind. Listen, doing tech stuff with one hand is rough.
What's with the other hand?
Wait.
Hot dog! I told you!
Hot dog.
Oh. Okay. Real question though. Do you just eat it with nothing on it, or do you add like condiments like ketchup or relish?
I only
and-
have ketchup in my house right now, so it's only ketchup.
That's valid. That's valid.
I'm broke.
That's an important one, anyway.
Anyways, to my death! Oh! Hold on.
So-
For some reason, the fucking... the stream doesn't look at the stream real quick.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up again. By which I mean press back on the tab.
I don't know
I literally dragged you away.
I don't know what happened. Hold on. Did it fix it? There we go. I fixed it.
We are the session. Yeah, you don't need a party. It's fine. You don't need a DM.
Anyways.
You're up the map. That's the important part, right? Nope, you broke the rest. Yeah, it's because we're in a separate. We're doing a little whispers
Yep.
session.
Uh,
A quick little sidebar.
I'm fucked.
No. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna make a second, more sinister Rylerin token.
Huh?
It's nothing to worry about.
I think I'm gonna worry about it. What do you mean by more sinister?
So if you look a little to the left of the current map,
Oh!
hey, look. Who's that young fellow?
I don't like this.
Who's that chap? So Rylerin.
Yep.
You may recall your presence in the void of life and death, having been knocked unconscious by the arcane daggers flowing around you. You find yourself not awake, but present somehow, in what you might call a place between the realms of the conscious and the unconscious, or the living and,
And the dead. There you go.
Either way, a little bit of both. But your back hurts.
Oh.
It's not a burning pain, it's an aching pain, which is not usually caused by your mark, but you can't help but notice that it's really just like sort of closer to the center of your spine and your shoulder blades, exactly the parts that are covered by the mark.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a coincidence. And you're just pretty much in this ever expanded darkness as far as you can see.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna be like standing up. First, I'm gonna try to like figure out if like what's going on, because like it's not my entire scar, right? It's just between my like the center of my back.
Yeah.
That's-
It's not a burning pain that you usually feel in the exact branding of your scar.
Yeah.
It's kind of just this aching across your entire back.
Mm-hmm. Can I try to like reach back and try to feel it?
As you go to, you kind of feel you can't really feel your shoulder.
Mhm.
And as you're, feeling around on your back, you don't feel that either. You can't interact with yourself, essentially.
Can I look
You
at
feel like
myself?
you're sat down on something. You were kind of laying down and you sat up.
Okay.
But your hand kind of goes through the floor almost. Like you're sitting, it's as if you're sitting on a surface that is like thin enough that like if you reach down to your side, your hand goes past where it is. But then you sort of like shift your leg over there and your leg can't go lower than where your hand did. And the only sensation you can feel is this aching on your back.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of like sit there and try to focus on it. Because I'd be
As you
familiar
do
with this
your-
kind of place that I'm in.
Right.
Yeah.
As you focus on the aching, which wasn't present, your last experience with near death.
Mhm.
And as you sort of focus on that aching, you kind of hear a ringing, like a low ringing. And you can hear some yelling, but it sounds distant, and it's sort of reverberating in a way. And as you lose your focus on the mark, it disappears, and you focus again, and it reappears.
My mark is like appearing and reappearing.
No, it's more like the sort of yelling that you can hear almost in the
sorry.
distance.
Okay.
You can only feel that when you're focusing your attention onto the mark.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna try to focus and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Anything you wanna check or do?
I guess I want to hear if everybody else is okay. If I hear anybody else is like, oh shit, like this other person's down, that kind of stuff.
As you're focusing, you can like kind of make out some words. Ryloren! Ryloren! Damn it! Damn it! And you hear sort of the sounds of maybe arrows flying by, metal clanking, the sounds of combat.
Okay.
And you recognize the voice to be Ninyan's. None of the other voices you can make out.
Okay. So similarly, she's the closest.
Reasonable assumption.
I guess Rylan would try to just kind of like. Do I feel like I'm towing, like I'm about to fall over, like so there's the line of between life and death. Does it feel like I'm leaning towards one side or the other, or am I like?
There is no direction that could be said to be living in that direction or dead in the other. This is a space that ignores the laws of physics. Evident in the fact that your hand can pass through the floor, but your leg can't.
Okay.
You can't really feel. You don't feel alive. And therefore can't feel as though you're dying.
That's fair.
The only thing you can feel is the aching on your back.
I don't think Rylan would know what else to do except almost pray. Just fucking sit down and just start praying.
What god? You know I have to ask.
I know. What did I hear? What we ended last session off on?
No.
Okay. Then I'm probably reaching out to. Is it Redmond?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Redmond.
Yeah, Renman. Would be.
So yeah, if anything, honestly, Rylan is probably praying for like for his party to come out safe for aid for them.
You kind of hear. How would I describe this? It's like, you know how sometimes in a show there will be like a ringing that kind of comes to a head and then disappears?
Yeah, like after an explosion kind of
Okay.
ringing.
More as a dramatic tone.
Okay.
So you kind of hear, just imagine one of those, and then just the quiet for a second, and then your god can't reach you here.
Do I know that voice?
Yes. And finally, something actually comes from a direction.
Oh no. Oh, I don't like that.
Standing across from you, making eye contact with you for the first time since your memories were lost, is Reyesman.
Immediately getting to my feet, probably like taking a step back.
At least not that one. Your god can't reach you here, at least not that one.
Fuck, man, I don't like that. Do I have like any of my items, or is it kind of just like my clothes and like my body, kind of thing?
You instinctively reach for your mace,
Mhm.
and remember that. How are you to wield a weapon when you cannot feel?
Yeah, that's fair. So his fist kind of like hand curls into a fist. It's like, look, what? We parted ways. What the hell do you want from me?
Well, you parted ways. It wasn't really mutual. You kind of just ran. Did you ever happen to catch a look at the tomb the acolyte you were fighting fell onto?
I don't think I did I?
No, you didn't. Next did. And he has a little drawing.
Yep. That you.
He couldn't recognize the language.
No, I didn't.
It's in Abyssal. The language only people like you and I can speak. And the brand around the room, you must have noticed it on the statues.
Sorry, the combat took my attention away from the structure and the architecture of the room. Wasn't
The
exact-
scenery.
Huh?
The scenery.
Yeah,
He
the
says.
scenery. I was a little too focused on keeping them alive.
We don't have to worry about that. Not right now, anyway.
What do you want from me?
Well, you brought up scenery. Of course, you know how I feel
Yeah.
about experiencing your world firsthand. I actually only came here to bring you back. You may not remember our contract, but it's still active. You're not allowed to die yet. And in that moment, you wake up.
What? No! What? Fuck!
Oh.
Hey, guys.
Rosie, you broke! You fucking broke it! Hold on!
Oh.
Rosie, what the fuck?
So, your guys' perspective, you just hear, after this swirling black smoke and this red lightning, this arcane energy flying around, you feel this malice in your heart. Something very evil is appearing, and then you hear, "Hello, Rylerin." And you turn to Rylerin, who is now awake. Yippee!
So am I like a 1 HP?
1 HP, yes.
Oh.
And Nignan looks shocked. The first thing you see, Rylerin, is Nignan's face just kind of like really surprised that not only are you going to survive, but you're awake. And you look around the room, you see distress on everyone's face, and then finally you look at the acolyte again. And despite being covered in his own blood and having injuries that are well beyond enough to kill him,
Mhm.
he is standing, looking down at you, smiling gently.
Like he's above, like, wait, he's at my body now?
No, he's still
Oh, he's standing on
right
the...
here.
Okay. Do I recognize him now?
No, he looks the same as he did before, but
Okay.
he's looking down on you almost with grace and pity. All eyes on you, buddy.
I don't like this. Is the smoke still swirling? Do I feel his presence?
It's still in the ceiling, but it's still like clouds.
Do I feel
There's
his
no
presence?
electric energy, no arcane bullets flying all over the place, but you still feel that malice.
I feel like Rallard is like gets up, like vaguely aware that Nyan was there, but is like pushing himself up, and like magic sparking. It's like, what the hell do you mean by a contract?
Anyone want to have a reaction to this? Because
I'm not
from
gonna
everyone's
lie.
perspective, I don't know if you're stream sniping or not, but from all of your perspective,
was-
you just
I
heard the
wasn't.
hello, Rylerin, and then Rylerin jumped up and looked over and went, "What the hell do you mean by a contract?"
Oh, what?
Nick's just kind of standing there like, what is going on?
I'm gonna look over at the acolyte and it's like, no, I'm probably still staring at the ceiling because that's probably where the malice is coming from. I'm assuming.
Up there and the acolyte.
That's
The
fair.
voice is coming from the acolyte. It's him. Despite his injuries, he is, as
Oh.
far as you can tell, dead. His bleeding has stopped, which just with your knowledge of medicine in general, you know that with injuries like that,
That's
you
command
don't
con.
stop bleeding until the heart stops beating.
So that is probably somebody reanimating him.
Reanimated, yeah. His
Reanimated.
heart has stopped. for all
Then yeah, I'm
intents and
probably looking at
purposes.
the
And
acolyte.
he's missing large chunks of his flesh, but he seems to be in no distress. Before he was going crazy, and before that he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking get you." He
Yeah.
is looking down on you with like I said, pity, and this twisted love in his eyes.
Rylerin is just like storming towards him. It's like, I know it's you, bastard. I know it's you. What the hell do you mean by that?
He just goes,
Oh my.
Why me of all your followers? I know that you'd like to get rid of anybody who departs from your service. Why the hell didn't you kill me? Why am I the exception?
We've all got our vices, right?
he said, "We've all got our vices,
Insight
right?"
check this ass.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm too stupid to understand what he means by that. 18. Can I add my D6? You know the one?
Yes.
Cool.
This is definitely not the first time you've had to
21.
insight check like this. He is messing with you. He's fucking with you for sure. Like that wasn't supposed to make sense. He just said that to annoy you, essentially.
Rylan's probably gonna be like walking over to grab like his like shirt.
He has like kind of a torn robe on.
Okay.
So he's mostly shirtless and also mostly torso-less.
Oh,
Your party kind of fucked this guy up.
good for them. I guess I'm just like grabbing his shoulder then. It's like, would I have known that? Like, is Raisman usually a fan of like riddles and shit like that? Does he like to speak?
Yes.
Ah.
He likes to be very, let's say elusive. Even with the things he intends for people to know, he always makes it a riddle. He thinks it's funny to watch mortals try to figure shit out. He gets a kick out of it.
I get a kick out of it, slut. What the hell?
God, slut.
Fucking filthy, filthy whore.
Good one.
Huh?
I haven't
I
heard
don't
that
know.
before.
I'm just gonna move past that. What the hell did you mean by that? What kind of contract do we have in place? You can toy with my life like that.
Toy with it? No, I saved it. You must have known where you were.
I know exactly where it was, but why? You're messing with the balance of life and death itself by bringing him back. Why? Why are you
Well, if
so
you thought
attached
life
to
and
me?
death so sacred, you wouldn't pursue the arcane arts you do.
So he said,
The hypocrisy of your worship is not lost to you, is it?
kind of like doing like the, you know what? The really angry with like a tongue across the teeth, like really fucking pissed, like that shit.
Yeah.
You're avoiding the question. Fine, I'm being a hypocrite, but I'm still gonna ask you, why do you keep bringing me back?
Because I'm a hypocrite.
And that's it? No ulterior motive? I find that hard to believe.
I've taught you well. Now, if you excuse me, I only have a limited time here, and I'd like to make the most of it.
I'm not letting you
Um.
get the satisfaction to see any scenery. I still have spells left. I wish guiding bolt would be a disadvantage, right?
Why?
Because I'm face to face with him, and it's a
Oh.
ranged spell.
Yeah.
But would I know that would I know that inflict wounds would be more beneficial for him or not?
Roll me a medicine check.
Okay.
To see if you can figure that one out.
No, I cannot. That's a 9. But I can roll my funny little d6 if that'll get me over it. I'll roll my funny d6.
Yeah, go for it.
4. So 13. Please.
You... It would actually probably have no effect in a good or negative direction, because he's not an undead creature. It's more that his body is being possessed the same way an object would.
But if so I can't, and since he's already dead, there's no point in me trying to...
It would be like if a ghost was possessing a chair and you broke off a leg of a chair. It'd be like, by harming the chair, you're not harming the ghost. You can't do anything to stop this possession. He's just gonna lift the body. Although, in trying to think this over, it does occur to you that if he wants to see the world, he needs eyes for that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'd like to gouge his eyes out with inflict wounds.
Nice.
I don't like
That's
this
so
cackle.
metal. Rylerin just yelling out, "I won't give you the satisfaction of seeing this world," and then using magic to rip out its eyes.
21.
All right, let's see if you can pull this off. What was that?
21.
That hits.
Ooh. I was really hoping for a crit. That'd have been sexy. 11 damage only though.
I mean,
How about
it wasn't about the damage. The eyeballs
friends we
alone
made
don't have a
along
lot
the
of
way.
HP.
It was never
All
about.
I'm saying.
It was never about the damage. It's about the message.
It's about
True.
sending a message.
Killing
It's
us.
about the role play.
Real.
It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets.
Shut the fuck up.
So you sort of reach out and claw at the eyes, inflict wounds, leaving this festering magic behind, that eats away at the skull. You can sort of see the face decay. It's now like, you can see the bottom jaw, and like everything from the upper lip to like the mid forehead is just gone. His frontal lobe, his fucking
Nose.
facial skull structure, his nose. It's just the lower jaw. And yet, despite the fact that he has no lips, you still hear.
Fortunate. But I will still feel the sun on my skin.
As you see him start to float up toward the ceiling.
Can I try to grab
Can I
onto his head?
cast lightning lure?
I was waiting for a lore to CC him. I knew it was only a matter of time.
Classic lightning lure.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
Save of 12.
Of 12? Alright.
Oh no. The question
You
is.
succeed.
Oh my god.
Let's
Oh
go.
my
He gets
God.
pulled.
His modifier, on account of that most of his muscles are missing, is pretty low.
Thank God.
So he gets pulled to me. 15 feet. And if he ends up in front of me, he takes 1d8 damage, which is. I'm rolling it right now.
Oh, why are you not showing up? Hold on.
Oh shit! I was gonna. Hi.
Why is Aelor not showing up?
Oh.
I don't know. Why am I not showing up? 3 damage.
Wait.
I think I
Can
know
can
it.
you
We're
leave,
good.
Aelor, and then?
No. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up the PNG of him.
Yep, I'm doing my thing. Keep
Or
going.
did
Keep
the
going.
lore
Do your thing.
exist in the
Sorry,
first place?
I was just yeah. I was
Just do your
just
thing.
double checking.
What
No,
damage
I'm
you roll?
chilling. I'm deciding. I'm
yeah.
deciding what.
Okay.
How he would react. Or more accurately, I'm deciding which of the two potential reactions is more intimidating to you guys.
Okay, Gnark, hold him.
You're like not letting you fly, little man.
Not letting you fly, little man. All right, make an athletics check, Gnark. This is all happening quick enough that he won't have time
Yeah.
to respond before Gnark grabs him. So
15 plus 5. 20.
it's gonna be
Let's
hard to
go.
beat with a negative modifier.
Yeah.
Even if he rolls a nat 20, it's going to be like.
Yeah, it would be less, and since it's a contesting throw, I'd probably just give it to Gnark regardless. So this is an unwinnable roll for him. That's the problem with inhibiting a creature that you know has no muscles left.
L. Get good.
Usually a bad sign. So you grab at the corpse, the floating corpse, and it's almost eerie in the fact that he doesn't react. He doesn't say anything to being pulled down, and grappled, until you just hear
Insignia of the dying sun.
and in the smoke in the ceiling, you see a mark not too dissimilar to the normal Brandis Braceman, but there's this sort of halo around it with rings shooting out, almost like a sun. Everyone make me
Oh boy.
a con save.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I'm good at
boy.
this.
If it's
Yay.
take damage no matter what. Good night, guys.
I'm
Oh,
shaking.
nice.
I'm shaking.
Oh,
I'm shaking hands.
no.
I'm shaking hands with you. I'm
14.
also.
18.
Why do I have so many
I'm good
bad
at these.
con
I'm good at
saves?
these. It's
God
fine.
damn it.
Oh wait, is that a nat one? Wait, what
Okay,
is
I'm
that?
gonna unpause
Oh, no.
my Spotify
Oh,
playlist.
Oh wait, is
No.
that a nat one? Is crazy.
Lord, no.
Funny.
Bro, I don't know what I get. What did I get? I
You got a
it's
16.
It's slow.
You got
Okay.
a 16. I got an 18.
Got 14.
I keep getting so many low roll con saves.
Which is crazy because your modifier on
Yeah,
it is not low.
Oh my
What
goodness.
the hell?
That's rough, buddy.
All right, so you all feel your bodies be encased in heat.
Good night.
Oh boy.
All right,
This
let me turn up
actually,
this.
fun fact, I would say Palfi kind of senses this in, I
Hooray.
don't know, monk bullshit.
Real.
We'll just call it monk bullshit. You have a natural understanding of the world around you that is unlike most, because instead of understanding magic, you understand the very laws of the universe.
Because
Because
I
meditation.
I took my time to understand my surroundings and not strangers on, yeah.
On the internet,
Oh,
by
I
which
was-
I mean the local quest board.
I was gonna say like I was gonna say across the thing, but I was reading another thing. So you know, like when you read something and talking out loud, like the
Yeah.
things. Yeah, it was. Oh, I dropped my tab.
Oh boy.
The two halves of your brain rub against each other, and you pass out.
Also,
called a
it helps
seizure.
that I'm drinking a bit, so fuck it.
Oh, I would actually give me a second. Wait, I have a feature that I can use for this.
Oh.
Just increase my chances of not.
Not dying.
If it's like for use, don't use it. Or at
It's a
least don't use
reaction.
it.
A +4 to my saving throw, so 20.
Okay.
You still fail.
Crazy.
You actually, and I mean barely, succeed.
Oh
Arcane deflection for the win.
Oh, dang.
The DC
19.
was, no, it was 20.
Oh shit.
Damn.
So you literally matched it.
Means a baby.
Arcane
Means a
deflection.
baby.
Oh, damn.
So, and Palfi, you have this kind of understanding. The spell that's being used on you all right now, it's not real heat. He's basically connecting to your minds and making you feel the sensation that you're burning alive in order to break your focus.
So gaslighting.
In the most literal
He
sense.
Literal gaslighting, yeah.
Yeah, no, because this is yeah.
He's gaslighting you about whether or not you've been lit on fire.
Wow, what a dick.
I'm saying, bro. So
I'm just gonna I'm gonna let the party know it.
You
Do I
can do
like
it.
know everyone else is feeling the fucking? Yes.
well, you look around and they're all wincing in pain, despite nothing visibly hitting them.
What about me?
You look at a lore, and there is this like, it almost looks like a halo above his head. You're squinting from the pain because, despite understanding the nature of this spell, I guess, you are still in agony, so it's hard to focus up. But you see, you kind of catch a glimpse of a lore with almost a halo around his head. It looks like, of some kind of magic energy. Allure, you feel this wave of heat. Describe to me how your thing works, basically. What it looks like when it...
Basically, I charge my magical energy to deflect something, whatever is happening.
Okay, so Allure, as you see this mark, you know something's coming. So you focus your energy kind of around your body, and then you feel the impact right as the heat hits you. You can feel that energy is being focused into your mind, that this is some sort of psychic attack. So all of it sort of goes there, and you see the halo sort of form around your head. And you're just like, whoa. Normally you can't see your magic, but just the sheer force that is meeting with it is making it visible.
Oh god.
Because for the
Nice.
minus whatever he has in strength, it's made up for by the fact that this is the magic of a god.
That's exactly why I didn't use hold person.
Nah, you would have made it. So you are able to withstand the force of this energy. But you notice he is rising toward the ceiling again.
Ah, shit. Is he within reach?
He is probably like 20 feet above you, I would say.
Oh.
Even
shit,
after the
yeah,
lightning
I can't
lure?
do anything. No.
No, like even with the lightning lure, he's still 20 feet above.
Well, he was still rising after getting pulled down because
Mm.
when he got grabbed, Gnark got hit by it, and he's rising quicker now.
Oh.
He seems to be.
Yeah, I can't do
Your
anything.
guess
He's
is that
gone.
his clock is ticking.
Yeah.
And none of us can do anything?
I,
Out of
I'm
sheer
not-
spite?
Less
can't do
spite and
anything.
more agony.
No, like, can I do
deflection
something out of
makes it
sheer
where I
spite?
can
Like,
only
in-
use cantrips.
Mm. So, actually, hold on. I gotta roll something. Some things, actually.
Oh, boy.
Yeah?
Oh.
I don't like the left.
What'd you roll?
Well, there is a nat 20 in front of me.
Oh, no.
Gosh. Someone
Um,
die.
Ninyan!
Let me pull up. I need to check something for this.
Ninyan, please, MVP this shit. Or Arlo, I don't care, somebody!
I don't care
Or
who. Or Arlo, like angrily.
Hello, you're standing here!
Or
But no, I was gonna argue because command is only a verbal command, so if I could just say something.
If you told him to fuck himself, would he just
That's too many words.
leave?
Unfortunately, it has to be
yourself.
no, it has to be one word.
Die.
Fuck.
Fuck. Well,
Go-
hello.
Command die. That's
Die.
just power word kill.
Yeah, that's power word kill. I was gonna tell him, like, the idea is like, sit!
Fall.
I was considering down.
Down boy.
Down boy? Bad boy? Who's a bad god? Who's a bad god?
I hate it.
It's like the
hate it.
reverb on his voice. He just goes, woof.
Can you please do the reverb?
Woof. Wait.
Please.
Woof.
And plus, God is the backward thing of dog, so he's got a pet kink.
It's canon.
Just
Yeah.
just
It's actually-
imagine like
I want you to know, for the record, I rolled a
Mhm.
con save for the cat.
Oh my god. What is the cat gonna do?
The cat failed its save.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
No, the cat.
Did I have a -1?
That wasn't the nat 20.
Oh.
oh
Mignon?
Not quite.
Arlo?
Allure, you feel heat behind you. You think your arcane deflection is failing, and then you turn. Arlo is casting Firebolt.
Let's go!
Oh, shit.
Let's go!
Arlo, please.
MVP.
Apparently, he has spells.
Let's go!
Fuck Arlo.
Did you not know that he had spells?
Nobody knew.
Okay. Get
This
it,
was
little kid.
he in fact seemed to dislike magic up until this point.
Uh-oh.
Seemed to scorn it. But despite that, he's using the heat he's feeling around him because he didn't arcane deflection, he's just powering through it. He uses that heat to sort of inspire his attack and cast Firebolt, you know?
Yeah.
That's so rad. Holy shit.
Wait, fireball
So-
or firebolt?
He casts Firebolt. What comes out
Oh.
Oh.
is a fireball.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, he's 20 feet in the air. It's only gonna hit him.
Yeah. So yeah, he is like just far enough. He's actually by this point a little higher than 20 feet, but like only a little. He is just high enough
To not hit
that
anybody
this
else.
won't do damage to the party.
But yeah.
Can we get much higher?
So
Uh-huh.
high.
Oh God.
And you hear him scream out as he does it. Immediately after it leaves his hand, he falls to the ground, sort of clutching his sides in fear, not fear, pain.
Maybe.
But it's off. It goes off. And there's this burst of flames, and you're still you feel the heat loosen up a little bit. You're still fucked by it. You can't, do anything, but you feel almost as though he's lost his concentration in a way. As he just goes,
Next time, then.
as you feel the heat slowly dissipate, you finally,
Eat shit,
feel like you can open
Raceman!
your eyes.
I know.
You finally open your eyes. You look up, and the body is still in the air, has burned up, and it is only scorching bones floating in the middle of the room. The smoke has cleared, and the malice is
Damn.
gone.
Damn.
But Rylerin, as you feel the fiery pain cease, there is one place where you can still feel it.
My back.
Yeah. As the brand of Reyesman burns ever brighter. This fight is not over.
Yeah.
Or this war isn't over, rather.
Yeah.
But at long last, the bones fall to the ground, and Rylerin, as they fall, you sort of look down at where they fell and read the inscription on the coffin. Where I fall, he will rise. In Abyssal. And the fight's officially over. For real this time.
Well, that was something. Well, that was
Oh my
something.
God.
What the scallop? And good news, guys. Level 5!
Let's go!
Oh boy!
I think fighting a god is worth a level up.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Oh my god. I
So-
get uncanny dodge. Oh my god.
How do I level up? I forgot.
Oh, sweetie.
Go into your character.
I'm gonna find some
editing
good
in your
vibes here.
class.
That's sick.
I don't know, Rylerin, you're not feeling good vibes right now.
I'm in like good vibes for
What
this, you know.
spells do I get?
Yeah, it's just funny because you're like, I should find some good vibes while Rylerin is still in pain, at 1 hit point,
Yeah.
covered in his own blood, question mark.
Real. I do want to say, just like you guys seen him cast inflict wounds, and you see him powering up that magic again and just press it into his chest. And I'm gonna do. I have a 2nd level, so, but is that gonna be too much? No, I still have to roll it, so, I'll do a 2nd level. And 26. Is it just gonna be like full 26 that I take? Heal? Or.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, maybe not next time, but for now, we'll just go. So you guys are gonna
We'll
mess
discuss
with anyway,
details later.
probably.
I just damaged myself. Whoops. I'm down again.
Oh, there we go again.
Rylerin, you idiot! Yeah, you guys look
just
over
got
and
done
just
with
see Rylerin inflict wounds himself and then drop back to the ground. He tries to kill himself.
Oh my
Well,
god.
we'll see you next
He's
week.
like, man, fuck
Here
this
we go again.
contract.
No. What it is like I'm chasing after, finish him off.
Don't worry, guys. I'll follow.
Oh my god.
Damn.
But yeah, so he's casting inflict wounds, and some of those wounds and like the way that his like shoulder was like hanging off by like just his bones and like some ligaments kind of like heals up, and he looks a lot better. Just fuck.
Right as you cast it,
Yeah.
for a moment, it's almost as if the living aspects of you die a little, before the dying aspects live a little. And you catch a glimpse of that purgatory you were in before, and Reyesman is standing there smiling.
Oh.
And then you're back to the same focus,
Is
as your wounds heal up.
it the scary Markiplier smile?
No.
That'd be
Every time.
fucked.
As the apostle rises again.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mark.
No, like I
Welcome back to Five
yeah,
Nights at Reyesman's, a horror game recommended to me by.
Yummy Mash is canon. Yummy Mash is one of the gods.
I remember because you were like, watch out for a smiling guy, and I don't know if that's still
the difference. It is, and
Okay.
it will be. Trust me. The difference between the smiles in this case is that Reyesman has a very gentle smile that almost pities you. The other one is uncanny and teethy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so Reyesman is meant to undermine me.
Okay.
Yep, and I'm not happy.
Um,
I'm assuming my mark is still burning.
Less now.
Okay.
Every second that passes since the fight, it goes away a little.
Yeah, I'm just
But
gonna sit.
I mean, you look around and no one else is feeling any burning, so it's definitely the mark and not
Yeah.
the insignia of a dying sun that he threw out. Made that up on the spot, by the way. Just want to point out that sounds pretty cool, but I did not pre-plan that.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit down on the fucking coffin and just, like, elbows on knees, head hanging, just exhausted.
You look over. Arlo is slumped against the statue. Nignon walks over, crouches down, checks if he's okay, and then goes, "Was that a spell you cast?" And they kind of look at each other. Arlo looks almost disappointed in himself. Nignon doesn't even look angry or anything. It's kind of hard to read her.
But I'll look over and Ken's like, is he hurt? I got one more healing slot left in me. Well,
He sort of shows you a peace sign. He's like, "I'm fine."
does he look fine?
He doesn't.
He's not even in the worst shape of the people here.
Okay. I'm
Although
assuming
it does
Palpy's
occur to you that the level at which he was fighting, it was worthy of the fight outside, but he's probably like level 3.
Yeah.
Ninyon's level 5. You were all level 4. He definitely. You were all level 4. You're level 5 now. He's definitely a little out of his depth here,
Yeah.
I think I have a. What's
and he
it
seems
called?
shaken by that. Yeah, you have a Hand of Mercy.
Yeah.
We're long resting either way, but so I kind of like gesture, like, I'm assuming Palpy's the most hurt of us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was 1 health. Now I am 7 health.
I'm gonna wave you. I'm gonna wave you over. Come here.
Is everything okay? You.
What was that all about?
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific than that.
The whole.
What's all these things?
What's your relationship with the flying guy?
That
Yeah,
was
what
Reyes-
contract?
That was Raceman. I don't know what's with the contract. That's why I was asking about it. I didn't even know that we had one.
And you're being honest here?
The cat walks up and looks up at you guys with its glowing eyes.
Oh, kitty.
Remember,
no.
this was a
Yeah.
familiar, so she just watched that whole thing
Yeah.
from a building over, like, what the fuck?
So I rolled the least amount of healing that I could do, so you get 8 back.
I'll take what I can get. Beggars.
Can't be choosers.
Thank you.
You got there eventually.
I mean, with the help of my buddies.
Look, there's no reason for me to lie. I've told you before that I don't have a lot of my memories.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Something else is on my mind.
No, look, I'm not trying to hide things. It's... Again, I don't remember anything since a couple months ago. It feels like I'm new to this place, and I don't know. That contract mentioned was the first time I've even know about that. And apparently, it still stands, and he's gonna keep bringing me back.
Don't sweat it. We'll figure this all out eventually. Let's.
What
Just-
do you mean by that? What's this contract about?
I wish I knew. Again, I don't know any of the details of the contract.
He lost his memory because of. I'm sorry telling this to
I mean-
Trouble. Lost his memory, so it's a bit iffy.
The thing is, Palpy knows that Trouble's Nyx.
Well,
Yeah.
well, the thing is, she like suspects it, but
No,
just,
the guy clearly said it.
well, I'm clearly drunk, so I'm kidding, sort of. It's lost his memory, but I think you might have probably known that already. It's rather, and it's okay. We'll figure this all out eventually. Let's just focus on. Let's just get out of here. I'm tired.
No, go ahead. Ask me my questions. There's no point. Everyone's gonna know my business. So go ahead. Ask.
No, I didn't have a question. I
No,
just wanted to make...
this is not at Palfi. This is at Trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fucking...
You're good. Go ahead. Pry into my life. What do you want to know?
Well, first, why are you so aggressive all of a sudden?
Sorry,
I
I
mean-
nearly lost my life and then found out that this is the first time that I've been brought back from the dead.
You were dead? Wait, sorry, I wasn't really paying attention, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're also far away from the mic, Fletcher. Come back.
Hello.
There you go.
Whoa.
Low.
I don't know. Look, I don't know the details. I just know that I know that I ain't living like y'all. It's different. And I guess this is where I should tell you where regular healing don't work on me. It's why I had to use a different spell to recover.
Are you trying to imply that you're some sort of undead?
I don't know. Maybe. You see how I bleed. I don't bleed like normal.
DM, do I know anything about, like, Rylan's situation about being undead?
Well, you.
I could check that.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
I could check if they're undead.
True.
You've encountered undead creatures before, Palfi. But none so sentient and almost human, I guess. Normally they're like mindless or they're servants or both. It's rare that you see an undead with cognitive function.
To be fair, it looks like you can think for yourself and function without any commands of whatever the raise men, so you seem pretty alive. Could just be a memory thing as well.
Well, if we want to make sure they're not an undead, after we take a rest, I have a spell that I could use.
This is getting
That'll-
really intense. Sorry. What the fuck?
That'll
is it?
make sure they're not an undead.
Oh shit, I just realized music wasn't... Oh shit.
Arlo pipes up, clearly listening to your conversation, and goes, "Does it matter whether or not he's an undead? Do you really care?"
Personally, I don't.
Not really.
Fine with either way, but it
Not
would
really.
probably just be easier uncovering his past if he did end up dying beforehand, and maybe that's why his memories are gone. It won't change my view on him, but it could help us for the future.
Yeah. And Nina goes, "While we're in the mood to share," and looks over at not Nyx, and kind of gives him a look of like, "Be so for real. You're fucking interrogating him right now." She's calling him out without saying anything.
Thank you.
He's just gonna take a step back, gonna walk over to Arlo. Not say anything. It's okay.
Fuck you.
Nina's got her arms crossed and she's staring at you still.
What?
She kind of tilts her head forward and looks at you like, you know.
Do I?
I'm gonna butt into this fucking thing, because why the fuck not? Can I ask you some things?
Yeah,
Trouble?
what's up?
What did that dude mean about you and Nixon, the changeling business?
So-
Nina just goes,
What?
and Arlo looks over like,
Look, if... Biscuit. I'm still listening. No, my dog's in my room. My dog's in my room, sorry.
Oh my god. Calls over the fucking cat. Hey, you know about this, right?
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about that. That was weird.
Insight.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What are we all talking about?
everyone in the party roll insight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
What?
god, and my
Deception.
proficiency went up, so it's even higher? Oh my god.
Okay,
Let's
fine.
go.
I roll deception.
Let's go 3. Let's 7.
18.
25?
Damn it, my deception got 13.
Come on, Aelor. You can do it.
It takes a little bit.
No,
But it's gonna be pretty high. It's gonna be pretty damn high.
Oh, why?
Well, I just
Even
rolled an
the nerds
18 and I
out
get a
there this.
+4, so it's a 22.
We shake
Damn.
hands. We shake hands.
Oh my gosh.
So Gnark, Rylerin, and Allure, you all immediately see through this bullshit. And also notice that Ninian is looking down at him with a disappointed look.
I like how Palfy, the one who got.
Yeah, no, the one.
The one who was explicitly told is like,
Oh,
oh, well, checks out to
Okay,
me.
then.
Oh well,
For
I
a thief,
guess.
you're
I
pretty
guess
might
he
have been
does
high.
another.
know.
I guess it might have been another gaslighting spell. Oh boy. I don't know.
Yeah, Ron's just gonna like look over at not Nyx, and just has like a very tense expression. It's like, lovely, another hypocrite. Just,
What's going on? You got something to share?
yeah, Roble, you got something to share?
Look, I'm not a hypocrite. Okay?
I think you are. Because
How's
last I remember, you were telling me about keeping secrets that could help the party. I know shapeshifting seems like a real useful
Hey,
skill.
it could just be the fucking people messing with us just to bring
It
us
ain't,
apart.
Palfy.
That's
He's been a
from what I
liar.
remember. What I remember, Changelings was all just like a fucking. It was all a myth. You know, it's all like
We already
Shit.
met one, and I guess we already had a second one within our midst.
could have been magic.
That's not how magic works, Palfy.
You're not how magic works. I'm just.
Palfy, can I remind you who is the caster between the two of us?
You also almost died, so skill issue. But you know we don't talk about it.
She also almost died, so and then she mutters
Wow.
something in a language you can't understand. She mutters something in Cur.
Sure, exactly.
So
I'm just saying we shouldn't start any unnecessary arguments.
No, it's fine. You see him like shift into his human form. Yeah, I'm a shapeshifter. So what?
What?
Oh, poor Gnark.
Wait.
It's okay, Vivek, take your time. Take your time. Vivek.
I'm.
Neon
like
sort of
cut-
sighs. Neon sort of sighs with a like frustrated expression and just goes, "We're all hypocrites." And kind of nods to Arlo. What? Well,
I thought it's gonna be a third changeling, and I was like, "Aw."
no. No,
They're
it's
everywhere. Why are they
It's just a
everywhere?
cold one-liner she's leaving off with.
Okay, cool.
She nods to Arlo and they leave to go do damage control.
Well,
There's a lot of bodies in
Well,
the other room.
You guys, but I
So-
could use a rest. It's okay.
Wait,
It's okay, Gnark.
where did Cat go?
Gnark.
This is a familiar behind you, meow.
yeah, I was gonna say the cat's right there. Hi, Biscuit.
No other cat. Wait,
Oh,
purple friends?
no, cause the cat's name is also Biscuit, right? Or is it Biscuits?
I think it was biscuits.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Bruh.
What are the chances?
So,
Oh,
What?
Gnark.
Purple friend? What?
Um,
they're the same person, but why? What?
What do you mean, why?
Is this a trick? You what?
No, Gnark, Gnark, me and Trouble are both the same person.
Why didn't you just straight up say, "Oh, I can shapeshift into this," and then it would make life so much. Why?
Why? Why? Because changelings are seen as monsters.
We've
What
been
am I
trapped.
supposed?
You're not a monster.
We've.
Like this
Wh-
would be.
Mm.
I know it's so hypocritical of me of hiding secrets. I get that, but like, if you had a chance to not be who you are, and just like, changelings are seen as monsters and not good people, and I get that you guys probably experience that too, considering you're a tiefling, drow, and minotaur.
We all
Lord,
look at
you're
Lord. Not you though.
Not you, Lord.
It like pans to Allure, pauses for a second, and then pans over to Gnark, Minotaur.
You're a and Allure's complicated backstory.
Allure's like, well, I was in the military, and a lot of people hate the military, so I'm pretty much oppressed too. I'm a minority too, guys.
Shut the
Only
fuck
1%
up.
of the population ever enlists in the military.
Oh my god.
Was that a fries with that copium?
God. But yeah, no. But like, I could change to other races and other things. I just don't want to be a changeling, you know? I didn't really want to tell you guys that because, well, again, changelings are myths. They're monsters. They're deceptive, and I guess I kind of fit the bill on that, but I just wanted to live a normal life. I didn't want to. I left the syndicate because I didn't want to be used as a tool anymore.
That is fair.
By the way, bad timing on his part, but this guy walks in and is like, I'm just coming through to check for any injuries. Is there any first aid teams here?
We'll be
I
out there in a
think-
minute. Can you give us some privacy?
With all due respect, your injuries can't wait.
With all due
I
respect,
think Ryler needs.
with all due
needs some
respect, you
help.
can fuck off.
Whatever
Something's
help they
going
can
on
give me
here.
is not gonna work. I just told you that, Aelor.
Oh right.
Look, we can handle ourselves. Thank you.
He
Well,
sort of
does
like
basic first aid not work?
some of it does, some of it doesn't. It's like you wouldn't put medicine. You wouldn't cure a bacteria with antibiotics, but bandages and like anything to stop bleeding still helps. It's just that's not gonna do a lot to actually heal someone. More just let their body do its natural things, which is way more because it's D&D world. So a long rest is just a full reset. And he's just like, I swore an oath.
Well, that oath can go
I'm-
fuck itself. Leave us alone,
No,
please.
I'm just gonna like dead eye stare at him, slap a hand on Palfy, and I'm gonna do 3rd level cure wounds on him. So that will be. Jeez, that's rolling like dog shit. 22 HP.
That's all my health. Hooray!
We're fine, thank you.
I didn't get hurt at all, so.
Way to brag.
Does the dude leave?
She's just like, fine, be outside. And, like, rolls his eyes.
What an asshole! I'm gonna beat his ass.
I mean, he did come in to render first aid.
You give me an attitude about it, and I don't like it.
You gave him an attitude.
Ralphie
I know.
was
Yeah, to
pretty.
be fair, that was Palfy. That was
Alfie said,
Palfy.
go fuck yourself. Of course he's gonna be
True.
in a bad mood. He came in to try to give you first aid, and Alfie told him to kill himself.
No, fuck yourself and kill yourself are 2 separate things. When you
True.
fuck,
Okay,
fuck
okay. No, we're not gonna.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You should have died at birth.
Me as fuck.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm kind of mad because, like, you know, like, well, one, I rolled pretty low, so I'm assuming everyone's hiding this from me. Sort of, like, turned to the right. Did y'all know this? Am I just the fucking am I just the outcast?
I'm just gonna look at Palfy. None of us fucking knew. Why do you think we reacted like that?
I mean, you sure as hell didn't seem as surprised as I was. You were,
I've been
either-
having suspicions that he'd been hiding something for days.
and you didn't decide to bring it.
I've tried
Yeah.
to, but people keep playing off like, no, it ain't hiding nothing. Look, we're all pointing fingers and making each other out to be the villain. How about we just go back and rest? We're all
That'd be good.
a little strong, you could say.
Well, I'm all rested up. You guys can go and rest. I'll be on my own way. Yeah.
So you're just gonna leave?
Perhaps
You
we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, alright.
So,
Do I have money?
I think I should be fine. I'm like full health still. I'm like with the
Money.
lore here.
Well, I mean, I have spells.
True. That is true.
I used a lot of spells.
I still have 4 key points and 33 hit
Plus, I have
points.
new spells I need to prepare.
That is true.
plus I have
You
new
are a wizard.
spells.
You-
Got level 3 spells, guys.
Come on, have
Yeah.
faith in
So
it.
we're going to sort of cut back to the outside of the what's it called? The HQ, basically.
Which one?
With Nyx, Allure, and Gnark. It's the one that we were sleeping at.
Oh, sick.
Um,
Okay.
And of course, Rylerin. Palfy's decided she's gonna strike out on her own for the night because she's really pissed. I feel like that sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, you
Understandable.
suck. I
Have a
don't
nice
even
day."
like you guys.
I'm still mauling about that one league game. No. No. It's...
And Nina and Arlo are also coming back with you guys. So as you guys are walking, you're sort of keeping your heads down a little because, you know, red knives are still around. Gunark, now you don't have to, you know, take the cover in with you. So Gunark is not handcuffed this time. And you have a small detail of just like other people who are headed back. Some of them were in the fight, some of them just showed up as part of the you know, aftermath operation. And as you guys are walking, one of them is next to Nyx and kind of pats him on the shoulder and is like, you know, changelings aren't that bad.
Oh my god.
I had a changeling friend once.
We locked him in a room. Remember?
Shut
I'm
the fuck
sorry.
up.
I'm sorry. The way you said it was like the same vibes.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he pats you at the shoulder and goes, you know, changelings aren't so bad.
That sure is reassuring. I guess.
Hey, no need to be so sarcastic. There are more people around you that relate than you think. And you kind of look over at him, and he gives you a smile.
No.
Oh.
Markiplier?
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen the smile before.
Oh no.
Bruh.
A little uncanny. A little toothy.
He's
Um,
just kind of staring at him like, you.
That's the most
Yeah.
non-threatening you I've ever heard.
you.
You. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, girly.
Yeah, slay. Oh my
Stop.
god. Oh my god, stop.
yeah.
How'd you know it was me?
Stop.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he's kind of like, yeah, it was sad I missed out on all the action. I mean, he was here, wasn't he? You met him. Most
What are
people
you
don't get to.
What are you doing here?
Well, for once, what do you think I am? And he sort of points to the, like, there's a disambiguator on the cloaks of the people who are sort of aftermath, the damage control team. And he kind of like motions to it. It's like this like little badge thing. He goes, damage control. See, we didn't like the aftermath of that battle either. Although, the good thing is, it's a pretty big hit on the Red Knives, so... You know, Raven Syndicate will be a lot better off. Of course, that means our informant here has to, relocate. You assume he's referring to the Aarakocra that you never found.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've been here the whole time.
Not the
in
whole
the
time.
syndicate.
No, I rolled back into town a few days ago. A little after you guys showed up. I had a place in the syndicate, but, you know, with all the comings and goings around here, it's easy to forget about one face.
So you were part of the syndicate before?
Not when you were originally here. I didn't grow up around these parts, so... You know, us changelings don't live long, right? It's funny, I always had a suspicion about you. But, I didn't think we were kin.
What do you mean by that?
We're both changelings. We're cut
I
from
know
the same
that.
cloth. Surely we have some ancestor who shared. Makes us kind of like brothers.
Ugh. You know, I don't think I'd really like to be related to you.
Damn.
You're kind of creepy.
I get that a lot. It's not wrong. But at least I'm up front.
Is there others you know of?
Acolytes? In the syndicate? No. I mean, we wouldn't have had a new recruit come in order to poison the water if we already had one. And the Red Knives, there's one more, but we're getting him out today, too. You know, he's a funny one. He's got a mark on his eye. It's rare. Raceman doesn't usually put the mark on the eye. The acolyte. It's a gift of sorts.
significance. Yeah.
You're not like actually listening to this conversation. It's kind of like them whispering to each other. So unless you actually hold on, let me check your passive insight. No, you're not really like taking notice of this.
Okay.
Rylorin though.
Yes.
You notice the fellow Nyx is chatting with. Um, something odd about that chap. He's giving you a weird feeling, and Nyx is apprehensive in talking to him.
All I'm saying is that I got a 22 passive perception. So
Insight, not perception.
I got a 17 passive insight. What I meant with my perception is that can I listen in?
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually do have an eavesdropping feed, so.
I do. I love observant.
So, you kind of just like, after realizing how apprehensive Nyx sort of seems to be, you listen into their conversation, and you just kind of hear like them talking about. It's kind of, you didn't have the starting context to the conversation, but you just hear who you do not at this moment know is Markiplier. You don't know it's Ross.
Bitch.
He's just
You know
like,
I'm sexy. Sorry, it's in my head.
what if I want them to kill me? What if I want them to try?
ADHD, folks.
There was no cure.
We're miserable.
Only sometimes. Yeah, so you join into the conversation at him saying something about like a mark, which is of course an immediate red flag to you.
I think that's what kind of like I hear Mark and I'm like immediately zone in.
Yeah, your ear like perks up.
Yeah, that's my fucking sleeper word, you know?
Activation. Neuron activation.
Real.
Mark or brand?
Yeah, whenever people are like talking about a brand of whiskey, I'm like, brand? Oh, never mind.
No.
You what? Oh.
Oh, you're actually.
Never mind.
Okay, well.
Please resume. your
Sorry,
conversation.
I misheard.
So Nyx, do you have anything interesting to say in response to that?
Well, what significance is to have it in the eye? I'm sure that sounds very painful.
It is, but the idea is that he puts it on the eye not just of those that he trusts, but the important ones. Uniquely important. The fact of the matter is that instead of putting a large mark on them, he puts a subtle one because they need to hide it nonetheless. Rylorin didn't need to work so hard to hide it back when he was a follower. But by putting it in a spot it's painful, it really increases the threat of betrayal. Also part of why Rylorin's is where it is. In Mystery Informant's case, we'll call him John Doe. He has it on his eye because he is not likely to defect and needs to keep it subtle. For now, anyway.
And why are you telling me this? Isn't this something you'd rather not tell us?
We're brothers, Nyx. Brothers tell each other everything.
No, I really don't like that thought. I
I'll
don't
be
really.
in touch.
And he sort of fades into the crowd as you're walking.
Wait, did y'all ask the dude his name?
It was Ross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, so when he told you the name Ross, that was a random identity that lives up in Bournemouth.
Yeah, we just,
Oh, okay.
that's all we know.
That's what you've been calling him. Because it's the name you have.
Also,
Oh wait, I'm thinking of someone else. Sorry, was it?
it's the Asimar that we don't know the name. This motherfucker.
Yeah.
The fucking Asimar.
Yeah.
I was about to say his name. That's the funny
Aw,
thing. I was about to be
damn.
like, oh yeah.
This bitch.
Oh yeah,
Oh
John
my
Doe.
God.
I mean, not John Doe. I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, Squiggles Daniel. That's his full name.
But
You,
no,
you're gonna feel really silly when you find out that you almost got team wiped
By a silly
by the
name.
combined forces of Ross with the Markiplier body, uh, and John Squiggly
yeah,
or whatever I just called him.
John Doe.
John Doe,
No,
Squiggly
John Doe.
Daniels.
Well, there was John Doe and then
Oh,
Squiggly Daniels.
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
Daniel.
so did from the last conversation that we had with Ross, did he confirm that he knew me when I was following Raisman?
If I remember correctly, he gave you a cryptic non-answer.
So this just confirms it. Because he knows about how big my mark got.
Either that or he knows of you.
Okay.
Because, you know, maybe word gets around. Keep in mind, he was assigned to the same place that you were at, so maybe he got a little background information from the big man himself.
That's fair. Don't
From the
like
man
that
downstairs.
I don't like that either way. Stop researching me. Thanks.
I'm a big fan of that. I'll be in touch. And then he fades into the crowd.
Fucking does a peace sign and just melts away.
No.
But yeah, I'm not gonna say shit. What? I'm just gonna go back inside. I'm tired.
I don't have the energy to deal with this right now. You could not pay me enough. Walks inside.
Damn.
You don't get
So-
paid at all.
You guys are getting paid? You all enter and do we want a long rest? Or do you want to say anything to each other before that?
Well, Nyx is gonna probably go to Ninan and be like, "Who's that guy?"
Hmm?
One of the damage control guys that was walking with us.
The one that's missing? What happened to him?
He died.
He kind of
What happened to him? It died.
No. Got hungry.
Oh. Kind of just walked away, but who was he?
Exel? He called himself. Quiet type, didn't like to, He was more efficient. He really just did what he was told and kept his head down.
I see. Is he new?
No, I mean, not especially. He's not a recruit or anything, but he joined after you left, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, really? Okay. Good to know. He seems like an interesting guy.
Not really.
Well, he was to me when he talked to me.
Mignon sort of glances at you and goes, "What's that supposed to mean?"
He kind of just shrugs. Kind of starts heading to bed.
I don't remember you lying this much.
Damn.
It shows they're a bad liar.
Damn.
He fooled you for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So, long rest?
I guess
Yes.
so.
I just want to say Gnarg is probably gonna sit in a corner, still shaking his head.
Yeah, no, Rylerin is like
He's
leaned up
he's
against the wall.
processing a lot.
Rylerin is more so that
Long
he's now losing
rest.
trust.
Gnarg is emotionally confused right now.
Oh, poor guy.
No.
He's
Aloy, that's not your bed. Silly.
Oh, which one is my bed? Okay. It's been a minute.
My autistic
sorry.
ass remembers.
It's
Rest
kind of real
assured,
though. Rest assured. I'm sorry.
I know exactly where everyone's beds were assigned. Although it's kind of hard to forget where Gnark's was. And also the fact that Rylerin never used his.
Hee
Y'all getting sleep?
Yes.
Saying, bro.
I need it.
What's EP?
Have
So-
spells. Spells, I say.
Real.
Technically, I don't need it because, like, I never got hit or anything. He's
I'm just-
probably just kind of.
You're
chilling
just
in the
tired. Unless you want to take a point of exhaustion from staying up
Nah,
all night. You're just tired.
He's just tired.
Been a
He's
long
just
day.
exhausted. Yeah.
And Gunark, is it you going to bed too?
Yeah,
Sure.
but he's still struggling. He's like gonna have a hard time sleeping.
Well, there's that one guy who reads you bedtime stories.
I was
so
gonna
he'll
say,
help
yeah.
you with it. He'll help you
Yeah,
with everything.
Kerr,
me.
you lose the mage armor now.
Oh yeah.
I just want to make sure you remember that.
What did Mage Armor add 1 to?
It added 3
Armor
to your
class.
AC. So if you click on your
AC.
armor class, there should be. I think you did a magic to it.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
So you all get the long rest
Let's
successfully.
go.
Allure, the first thing you notice, the bed which was empty last night now has a Palfy in it.
Hey, yo.
Surprise!
Dan doesn't want to
and
sleep
you
with
can
you.
Palfy
tell-
was next to me.
No, Nick, I don't think Palfy wants to sleep with you, buddy.
No, that's
Wait,
fair,
no.
honestly.
Wait, no, because.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I was. Yeah, no, it was with Lore. I mean, I trust Rosie on this, so.
If I remember correctly, it was.
It was Fletcher and Kerr together, and then Alor on his own. But I'm assuming that Palfy wouldn't want to sleep with Fletcher after that. After Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With me, not Nyx.
Yeah.
Because Palfy was gonna room with Allure, but was like, no, he smells.
Right.
Yeah.
So they left her in the same room as Nyx, but apparently he doesn't smell as bad as the lies. So.
Yeah.
Damn.
Also,
What
he's
do-
officially just Nyx again, and we're gonna give him his handling token.
Hooray.
Yay.
Because we're about to see for the first time what he actually looks like.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's
Hey,
great.
yo.
Too
Oh
bad
my
we can't change it
God.
on stream.
Yeah, we can change it on stream.
The thing is, we can, but it'll be your art, so it won't be consistent.
Yeah, it'd be really
Yeah.
okay.
Every-
Next stream, you'll see it.
Real.
If there is a next, I'm just kidding.
If there is one. We're gonna use the
There's
so
token
many
that's a split
spells!
image because it's perfect for this.
Yeah, there really are a lot of spells, but
No.
I found some good ones.
No, the thing is that you get to you only get to you just two at a level up. I get to prepare them every day. Oh, I just know all of them. Oh, there's so many. Oh.
We get to prepare them every day, so
Yeah, but it's just there's so many. Oh.
Well, I can tell you there won't be a combat for the rest of the session, so you can take your time with
Hooray.
it. It'll mostly be roleplay, because like I said, this was supposed to be a shorter session anyway, and we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. So
Okay.
I don't know if I'll actually end up going to bed, but either way,
Oh.
yeah.
Ooh, dispel magic.
Me when I dispel magic. Yeah, so you all wake up. Palfy's still asleep because she got in late. She was out coping. And Godark is probably just still asleep because I just feel like he sleeps 10 hours instead of 8 every night. He just
So,
wants
yeah.
to sleep in. The emotional turmoil really knocked it out of him, and not the charging headfirst into the body of an
Yeah.
acolyte and
Don't
then
worry,
a god.
we shake hands. Don't worry.
Bro literally grappled the vessel of a fucking god.
Honestly, as you should.
And the emotional exhaustion was worse. This is toxic
Yeah.
masculinity.
No.
Oh, I can learn sending. Uh-oh. I can make real stupid decisions with that.
Chad, is this sending?
What does that do?
What does sending
Sends.
do?
Sends.
Basically, you can send a 25 word message to anybody,
Oh, yeah,
anywhere.
the
But if you
message
do it to
thing,
somebody off the plane, there's a 5% chance of it failing, and they can
yes.
respond back.
Dandy dandy.
Yippee.
Oh, I can do really something. I can do something really stupid. I'm just gonna quickly. Oh, I can do something really stupid. Do I want to though? Ooh.
Do it. Do it.
I
do
kill
it.
Nyx.
No, oh my god. Where's Rosie? Where
He
are
will
you?
pay for his.
There you before.
No.
Did
Anyway.
we? Fuck.
No, we didn't.
I was waiting for that.
It was funny timing. I had to.
No, that's fair.
Are you ready for funny?
I like
Funny.
that funny. I like that funny.
Yeah.
There's so much I can do with that.
Also, I know we named them. I can't find it.
I forgot to. I probably have it.
It's
written
somewhere
down.
in our DMs, I think.
Did I not pin it? Because I feel like we had this conversation
Yeah.
once and then found it and then I pinned it.
No, you did not pin it.
No.
Actually, hold on. I need to crop that image a little better because it has half of something else. It's I'm just gonna take the screenshot from my bullet points list.
Thank you.
And pin it in our DMs.
Thank you.
But there was half of a really important possible idea that I have for like literally the basis of your entire character storyline that I'm like still undecided on whether or not I'm going with.
That's fair.
That was like half readable and you could tell enough to tell what each letter was so you could read it.
You're like, maybe not.
I'm just like, maybe be more careful.
Maybe another time.
Just need to prepare one.
By the way, the bullet point that just says kill is still there.
I mean, you
You just can't
can
get
put a
rid of
chip
it
one
anymore.
against that. You did kill me. You did knock
Kill?
me out.
Kill.
Yeah, I can cross that one off the list.
There you go.
Achievement get.
Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get.
Let's do that one. That'll be fun. Well, yeah. We in the morning
That's good
now?
funny.
It could be really funny.
Yeah, so I imagine Allure gets up first because he's still army hours.
I mean, Rylan is just sitting in a corner, just fucking like sitting
Yeah,
down, arms crossed.
well, he doesn't sleep, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
So Allure, you walk out into the main area you guys have been inhabiting, with like a coffee and a banana or something, and then you're just like, yo.
So, I
so
want to
Lord.
do something.
Ooh, more stupid things?
Fire.
I'm going to cast Magic Circle here. I'm just going to start working on that. It takes a minute for me to do that.
Do I know Magic Circle?
What magic
and
circle
I'm
does, I
going
feel like
to
I never see that spell.
Here, give me a second.
I know what it does.
I got it.
Wait,
Give me
hold
a
on.
second.
Oh, I know what you're
Is
doing.
that a... Oh?
Give me a second.
I'm just like reading through. I'm like, wait, hold on. You bitch.
Give me 1 second.
He just walks in with his morning coffee and just like, all right, here we go.
Alright, magic time. I saw someone do magic today when I went out with my family.
Interesting. I wonder if this. Yeah. Huh.
Did you get the message, Rosie?
Yeah, I did. I'm reading through the spell still, but yeah, that should
Okay.
work.
Interesting. What a
I
curious
don't know
little
what
way.
Arson's going on about, but
It's because I also have the access to that spell, so I'm just kind of giggling and reading them like, ooh. Because
think
I
of
feel
Yeah,
what
so
the
you
Lord
probably
can do.
recognize what he's doing right now.
yeah.
Because he pulls out like chalk and starts drawing a magic circle.
Should I mention the components?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even look at that. What are the components?
Holy water or powdered silver and iron worth at least 100 gold piece, which is the spell consumes.
Damn.
maybe Ryan has.
We're gonna
holy
ignore
water.
that this time because
Oh, cool.
I'm God.
True.
And also, to be fair, wizard from the army, he has probably like a backlog of shit.
Yeah, he probably has some leftover. We'll just chalk this up to his leftover components.
Okay.
You're so cool,
Because he
Rosie.
probably had this spell in his spell book and just hadn't been able to cast it yet. So he
a
might have
minute.
just had the components on hand for when. So we're just gonna ignore that on this particular occasion. Also because this has enough roleplay significance that I don't care. I'm God. So fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, Rylan, can you come over here real quick? I want to test something.
Yeah, I know what the spell does. Let me come over.
Yeah. I don't know what the spell
So do you
does.
want me to be standing inside of it and try to leave, or do you want me to try to come inside it?
Just try and get inside.
I try to walk in.
You kind of slowly. You don't know what's gonna happen. So you can like. You don't know if it's gonna be like a brick wall or if it's gonna tase you.
Yeah.
So you just kind of slowly put your finger in, and how do I put this? First of all, you kind of it's not like you're pushing into a brick wall, but your hand sort of freezes, and you like can't move it except for out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't push it any further in. It's like something is pushing back against you. This invisible force.
Okay.
So that's pretty decisive.
Okay.
But it occurs to you, Allure, that in your studies, usually it's that was a little softer of an answer than you get from a zombie. Normally, if a zombie tries to get in, they bonk their head and fall over. Rylerin kind of pushed into it and couldn't enter.
Well, that's interesting.
Doesn't elaborate.
She continues drinking coffee.
I guess that answered the question.
White's banana.
It is a rather interesting.
Raises an eyebrow.
Just shrug.
What is
Fascinating.
What the hell is with this group and just refusing to elaborate things?
That's just more knowledge. I don't really care.
I do.
It
a
does
little.
answer some questions, but
Can you tell me what answers were answered?
I mean, you can't enter. You know the spell, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what you're gleaming from this information.
Well, you're a type of undead,
Yeah.
but weirdly, the spell wasn't as strong against you, I guess.
I guess because I'm coherent or whatever. As Palker so delicately put.
Would I know why that it might be, Rosie?
Well, you have a few theories based on the nature of undead. One is that Rylerin isn't entirely dead. Could be that some of his cells are still technically alive, so they're trying to push through. It also occurs to you that he, depending on how diligently he takes care of his body and how disease interacts with an undead, it could be that there's bacteria living in his body that is able to push through, but that doesn't explain how the cells that are dead are getting part of the way through just because some of the ones around them can get in. You think maybe, you look over the magic circle, see if you drew a mistake or anything. There's no problem in it. And it's also possible, I guess, that you don't have a lot of experience with clerical magic. And you know that Rylerin's god has associations with sort of not just life, but like kind of bends the rules in a lot of ways. That's how sometimes when Ryler prays, he gets to do shit just because he prayed well enough. Despite kind of representing balance and order, sometimes it ignores the natural order. So that thought does occur to you.
Okay. Yeah, so you're partly undead at the very least. I think to really understand what is happening, we would need to find someone who's more knowledgeable on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really deal with all the religious or undead type stuff.
The guard at the door kind of pipes up and is like, if I may, if you're looking for knowledge, as elitist as they are, Brazia is a good place to go for information. I actually know someone up there who is something of a scholar.
I gotta look at the notes. Is this... I gotta remember how I fucking labeled this. Brazia, cops and racist. No!
The race.
I kind of
This
like
is
look...
racist city.
Yeah, I kind of just like look over at him and then look down at myself and look back at him. It's like, and how well would that go for me?
Believe me, I'm aware. But if you can put up with profiling, he kind of is like trying to figure out how to put it.
Delicately.
Yeah, because he's like, he's a half elf. He understands that. Like he's like, if you could put up with it. My friend there knows where to find all the places that are more accepting. Along with being a scholar, he's, well, an activist. Kind of.
Well, could you give
mean-
us his name? Who we're supposed to look for?
Let me double check if I named this character.
Uh-oh.
I didn't. We're going to...
randomfantasynamegenerator.com.
True.
Our bestest friend.
No, I just make them up on the spot.
You're so
That's
good
kind
for
of
that.
real though.
I mean, I you know, for the amount of like cool sounding shit I can make up on the spot, I should be able to come up with some names.
John Doe.
What did you say?
John Doe.
Oh.
Well, that was him being cryptic, not me.
I mean,
He wasn't gonna tell you the name of the
it'd be
guy.
really ironic if we bumped into somebody named John Doe.
Nice to meet you.
Timothy.
My name is Norman Normal.
My name is Tad Strange.
God.
Everyone here is a bit Tad Strange, except of course.
Be right back, I'm
ironically,
making a tea-
Tad
Except for,
Strange.
ironically, Tad Strange.
That's strange.
I
Oh
like
snap!
Be right back.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a changeling
This will
named
forever
Tad
scar. That's
Strange.
Changeling named Tad Strange.
Oh my
Perfect.
god.
Oh my god.
Or a changeling named Norman Guy.
Yeah.
Norman,
That's also good.
Norman, man.
What
What was the? Yeah, Norman.
I have a changeling that he goes by Elias because it's one letter off from alias, and that's all he could think of.
Down.
Yeah, my name is Elias.
Yeah, so he's just like, Naru. He's a minotaur.
Is it? Hey DM, how do you spell that?
Narul.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting the L.
Narul. Narul.
You're
Activist scholar in racist city. That's not how you spell syndicate. Jesus Christ.
Syndicate.
I don't even know what
Um, And he's just like,
I can send a letter as a heads up, if you'd like. I'm not sure how much longer you'll be in town, but I
Either-
will tell you to keep your head low as you go into Grazia. They're
Yeah.
most, problematic at the entry checkpoints, especially to the south, since you're coming from, well, here.
Might be worth to do a detour and take a long route up to a different point then. But the leather would
wouldn't
be
blame you.
appreciated.
I'll send him heads up.
I give a little nod.
of course I have to wait until my guard shift is over.
That's
he kind of like motions to his like javelin
yeah.
that he's holding.
I'll kind of like look over at Aelor and like, is that all you wanted to check?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go sit back down.
I'm going to
Gnark,
enjoy my
you wake
coffee.
up.
And
You wake up to a big magic circle on the ground. Your friend asleep on the table next to you, and a guard standing in the corner with a javelin, who seems to be in thought, like kind of writing a letter in his head.
ooh, he thunkin'.
Morning. What? Why is it?
Who are you saying good morning to?
Oh, Lore, because that's probably the first person I see.
Good
This
morning.
is true.
Why are you in a circle?
Just practicing my magic, buddy.
Wait,
Just
magic is just circles?
This specific version of it.
I could do magic then.
Oh, sweetie.
But you can.
It's like a really complicated circle too.
Hand
There,
me
there
that-
are like
hand
small
me that.
Just
inscriptions,
explains
and
it,
if you
Pete, that
screw
there
up
are-
a little bit of it, the whole thing doesn't work, and
Just explains.
you could spend the materials just to fuck up the spell, which means 100 gold pieces down the drain because you couldn't draw the circle right.
Gnark just casually explains the theory of relativity. Like, what?
Hand me that show. I could draw. I could do magic.
He's explaining multiverse theory. So from the point that the timeline deviates, it creates a second timeline separate from the original timeline. The idea being that we're in the main timeline and each other is a branch timeline, which can create branch timelines, not unlike trees.
God, I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Although the thought has been postured that we are in fact in a branch timeline and not the root timeline.
Have
God,
mercy. DM, I'd like to
Because
do the
we would have
funny.
no way of knowing if. Shut up, Gnark!
I rattle the funny at the DM. Rattle the keys.
Jingle, jingle.
Jiggle jiggle.
I mean, they're doing roleplay right now.
That's fair.
Let us roleplay.
I just want Gnark to ask for the chalk. He's like, I
I
want to
guess
do
I could
magic.
just DM you. It technically.
Shit.
So.
Sorry. Are they doing? I thought you said they were doing roleplay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to do roleplay.
Right. I was asking. I was like, Lord, could I have the trunk?
Oh,
Because it
sure, buddy. Here,
Because if
Try it
circle is
out.
I
magic.
can't wait for to draw a penis.
try it out, buddy.
Oh.
Oh no.
Do it, do it, do it.
Doing good.
Good. There we go.
Good job, buddy.
Yay. I'm a magician.
Are you gonna eat the chalk afterwards?
Well, of course, it's food.
Ayy.
We're gonna eat that, right?
I wasn't planning on it.
More for me.
He eats the chalk.
I mean, you want to start your morning off to a good breakfast, eh? Allure has his bananas and coffee.
Is Palfy
Gnark-
even awake, or is she speaking through the walls?
No, I'm I'm talking as Kerr, not Palpy.
That's Kerr, not Power.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on that note, Nyx will probably wake up now.
Yeah.
Wakey. He kind of
Wakey,
just.
wakey, time for school.
You wake up feeling like shit.
He's just gonna scoot. Just gonna stay near the door. Kind of looks over. He's like, "What's up with that circle?"
Just magic stuff.
Okay.
Gunark is silent, looking at you, kind of uneased.
He's just kind of standing there awkwardly now.
Doing good?
Um, Does he
Okay,
get
then.
a new rapier? That's
Yeah, you already have a new one.
I have a new one. Cool. Okay. Just making sure. Go on, Gunnar. What were you saying?
I'm just making circles. That's all.
Are you doing magic? The guy.
Mm. I'm not magic.
Or big guy.
I'm just gonna be kind of like looking at Nyx, just waiting, expectantly.
If you're waiting for an apology, you're not gonna get one.
That's not what I'm looking for. You think this motherfucker ever got an apology in his life? Bold assumption. He knows not to expect anything.
I'll be the
He
first.
doesn't even know what it is.
I'm just kind of standing there awkwardly, honestly. He doesn't really say anything. He's kind of
Standing
just
emoji.
fiddling with his new rapier now.
If Nyx doesn't say anything, Raylan just kind of just like, so what, you're just gonna be holding out information again?
Oh my gosh.
What do you want to know about?
Had a nice little conversation there last night.
Oh, you heard all that?
I heard the last bit. Enough to know that it's important for the group to know.
There's more?
Yeah, the guy I spoke with, apparently he's part of your little cult group or something. He just told me about how that same mark that you have is in an informant's eye, and apparently it's significant.
Did I pick up that it was it was Ross? Yeah.
I'll say yes.
It was Ross that Nyx was speaking to. Might be a detailed mention.
Yeah.
But yes, he is correct in the whole smaller the detail, the more he trusts. Yeah, I mentioned that before. Unsettling that we're
So, are you
Hey,
saying
Mary.
there's another one here that we need to deal with?
no. With what Ross was saying is that they'll be getting out of the Aarakocra and that fellow.
Did they mention where they were going?
Nope.
They ain't that stupid.
And I don't think they're going to mention
Never know.
It'd say that brothers tell each other everything, right, Nyx?
We're not.
Brothers!
Look, I don't know about that. Sounds like he's just spewing bullshit. It'd be really weird if we were brothers, if I'm gonna be honest.
But if he's willing to tell you more information, it's a good thing to use, ain't it?
It would, but he kind of just walked away.
Don't.
And I heavily doubt that he would even tell me anyway.
I mean, he already told you more information than needed. especially considering we ain't exactly on the same side.
I guess so. I mean, well, I can't really ask him now. He's gone.
I'm not. Next time, Nix.
Sure, if we ever stumble into him again, coincidentally.
Right, because he don't seem like the type to like us torment us.
You could cut this tension with a string. With a scissors.
With a string.
I don't like a string.
Do you
With
mean
a
with a
butter
knife?
Yeah, with a knife, whatever.
You can cut the
Fuck
tension
me.
with a knife. Jesus Christ, bud.
Yeah. Hey, broke the tension. Didn't.
Oh, yeah, sure there. Is Palfy awake yet? Palfy? Sleepy?
It's just awkward staring in here for most
Yeah.
of it.
You know what? Fuck it, I might as well wake up. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of waiting for Rosie to confirm it, but
Yeah, you're.
okay.
Welcome to the world of the living.
Sorry, I'm writing a response to a sending spell.
Yeah, no,
What?
no, you're good, you're good.
What are you talking about?
The sending spell that was the half elf was talking about earlier.
No, that was talking about the letter.
Eh.
It's
Okay.
fine, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not
Alright.
relevant.
Not to you.
You don't know anything more than anyone else.
Okay.
But yeah, when Palfy gets back in,
Hey.
morning. Just wondering if there's anything else for us to do here. Now, I'll do like a little chin nod at the guard. Fellow over there suggested us a direction and towards. Let me look at the name.
Grazia, right?
Bratzia. He suggested we head over to Bratzia. He knows somebody over there that might be able to help us.
Get
Those people.
information.
That's. And we're. Yeah. Isn't that. Rosie, do I know, like, this.
Yeah, you know it's not a place that looks kindly upon the
Fruity.
Dark
The
race.
fruity. The games.
And does Gnark know that too? I don't.
No, actually, Gennard probably wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
You sure that.
He's not very worldly.
Yeah. Figure.
Do you. Are you sure you want to go there? They don't really like us. Well, our kind, I guess, but.
Yeah, well, as he put it so... How he worded it so nicely, if we can just, get past the, profile and all that, pulling fingers, it's still a good place to get information, even if it's gonna be rough.
Oops.
I believe we are in some dire need of information.
I do agree with that.
Mhm.
We don't know what kind of connections we might be able to make there, so... All things considering, we're
Oh.
digging ourselves a hole and we need some help.
About last night, I sort of turned to Nyx. I didn't mean to upset you. There was a lot going on, and that's no excuse for me to blow up at any of you.
You're fine. It's understandable to feel that way. I'm sure most of us here feel that way. But I'm
And-
open to any questions.
So I'll look at Ryler and across from too. I'm also sorry if I've like upset you with anything that I've said. You know, there was a bit of the heated argument about. I don't know how to word it in common, but not being as good as me. But You're the backbone of the party, and I'm sure we all appreciate the work you deal with and pulling us through. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
I appreciate that. I guess the only thing to really bring up is that, is there anything else that needs to be, any other laundry needs to be aired before we end up discovering it ourselves?
Did we? What was this? What was her name? The one with the familiar. Fuck, I'm not good with names.
Oh,
Did we
The
want
old lady.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Biscuit's owner or something?
I just remember
Yeah,
she's a
Dr.
doctor.
Pritchton.
Pitched Did
She doing okay?
You probably like actually we'll say that Ninian checks in. Just you know, things got heated last night. So she walks in and she's like,
Did the rest treat you all well?
Yes.
Kinda.
Hmm.
Well.
How's Arlo doing?
Well, physically. Mentally, that was taxing, even for him. He will not soon forget the pain of that flame. And I hope you all make Reyesman pay for that.
That's the plan.
You have an interesting new spell.
Well, you all may be able to succeed in that yet. He also feels disappointed in himself that he had to use magic. Apparently he's been learning it for a little while now, but was hoping to never use it. More of a contingency, I guess. He thought I'd be mad, but I'm just glad he's okay.
Have they ever mentioned why they have such a aversion to magic?
Not explicitly. It's kind of like because the red knives use it, it's kind of like, oh, well,
Oh.
maybe it's because it's like the opposing, but you also kind of sense that this treatment of magic has existed a lot longer than the red knives have.
So there's always just kind of like a side eye towards magic.
Yeah, kind of. You could ask her about it.
Would
you
Nix
want.
know about it?
Yes. Are you going to ask her about it, Rylan? Because you don't
Yeah.
think she'd be mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we'll just... Nix, you already knew what I'm about to say, but
Can I ask
it's I like it better to do it in roleplay.
why you have such an aversion towards magic? I know that your opposers have the magic, but wouldn't it be useful to be able to fight magic with magic?
Well, if I hated magic, do you think I would have harbored your group in my headquarters?
I didn't phrase it as hate, I said it as aversion. Avoiding it. Useful, obviously, but y'all.
Useful as it is, tell me, do you think if this world were without magic, it would be better?
So she's asking if the world was without magic, if it'd be better?
Yeah.
On one hand, things may be more equal, but on the other hand, there's lots of usefulness, the healing, and through knowledge, transportation. There's benefits
Magic
and
does a great deal of good every day, but
it also does a whole deal of harm. Besides its income.
It's a tool.
It depends on the person who, I guess, it's how it's wielded.
have you ever been to the Tracelands, either of you?
Have I?
Have I?
The name rings a bell.
As I knew.
Trashlands.
So, Nyx, you've never been there. Godark, you've never been
Sounds-
there. Rylorin, you don't know. Not in your memory.
Yeah. Not in my time.
You've kind of been afraid of going
Whoops.
because of your personal hangups. Allure, you have been there.
Let's go. What do I know of the
oh,
place?
shit.
On one of your military tours, you explored the region because it was believed that some terrorists were hiding out there. The Tracelands, this is something that all of you know, except for Gnark, because, you know, he's Gnark.
Ignorance is bliss.
The Tracelands are essentially a city that disappeared. They're called the Tracelands because there's still traces of the civilization that was there. It was a modern city. It was as big as any of the ones that currently exist. You know, Alicris or Brazia. Not the capital, but oh, right, yeah. Sorry. But basically, you know that there's a big mystery surrounding it. Allure, you never actually got clearance to know everything that the military knew about it. Because obviously a city disappearing is a major threat. And you need clearance. You need high level clearance to be able to actually address a threat. But when you went, it wasn't a military takeover. It didn't seem as though the damage had spread from the shoreline. So it wasn't, you know, an external invasion. It didn't seem like the people were able to evacuate, which would be weird, because you would see ships coming, or you would see a land force coming. And there was always shady circumstances, but as a soldier, you were taught not to ask questions.
Yeah.
So you didn't. And Rylan, obviously I misspoke. You have been to the Tracelands before.
As the
You remember it actually quite vividly.
Yeah. As this mentions, there's kind of like
Relatively.
uncomfortable shifting. I would also say that Rylan's not in a corner brooding.
Yeah.
But kind of like shifts uncomfortable a little bit as it's brought up, like.
Once the Tracelands was not mere ruins. It was, of course, a city. I'm sure you've all heard that.
Yeah.
In fact, Alicris is in its current state because a great deal of our internal officers went to investigate the disappearance some years ago. Some of them came back, but for the most part, any militant, oppressive group was just killed upon return because crime went rampant in the absence of a force to police it. Eventually, the Syndicate grew to power and suppressed lesser groups. We caused order in this city. At least we did until the Red Knives. And after the blow they took yesterday, we will run it again. I regret allowing such a problem to grow. I was... and she sort of glances over to Nyx and says, not focused. But we all must deal with our issues, and I'm digressing anyway. You asked about magic, after all. I am an elder even among high elves or wood elves. It's difficult for you to even fathom my age. Because not only am I an elf, but I am an old one.
want one too. No. Sorry. That's me, Noel. That's me, Noel.
I'm what you would call a mill. No.
Yeah!
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Moo!
Um,
I
But
need
she's
some
like-
milk. Sorry, good.
Uppies, I want uppies.
She's like, I have lived long enough to recall the city that once stood in the Tracelands. A city that was destroyed by magic.
Right.
and she sort of places her hand to the scar on her eye
Oh.
And says, it may be a tool, but some tools are better left untouched. It's a wild card. You can't trust magic, even among a skilled caster.
and as she's saying that, she walks over to the magic circle, crouches down, and then sort of pulls like a little coin out of her pocket and places it in a very specific angle and smudges it in a very specific way. And Allure, you're like, oh no, don't do that. There's this sort of arcane force that pushes out. It's not an explosion. It's not gonna hurt, but it scares you. And as she stands up, putting the coin back in her pocket, the magic circle now fucked up. She says,
And in my years, I have studied that chaos. And let me tell you, as someone who understands magic better than you, despite your teachings, you may try to direct that chaos, shape it, form it into something good. But you are a soldier. Not all of what you have done is good.
and she looks to Rylerin and says,
You were once a cultist.
she looks at Palfi and says,
Even the supernatural, which does not draw from an arcane source, but instead the very energy of the earth itself, or the energy that lies in oneself. It's all the same. The living tapping into a power that they can't comprehend. It's the flaw of humanity, of consciousness. By our very nature, we're curious, and we wish to master the very forces which surround us. It's how a god like Reyesman gains a cult. Without magic, the beast of hatred could not exist.
Well,
I have seen people do atrocities without the use of magic.
Magic is not the source of all evil.
sure damn
Our
well
very
isn't.
consciousness itself is. But where do you think the people who committed the atrocities in the Tracelands got their spells from? Where do you think that magic came from?
Ryler's just kind of like looking down in a way. Real awkward.
Because what happened there was no accident. And yes, they used magic as a tool, I can assure you of that. Magic is not inherently evil or destructive. Such is the nature of chaos. Chaos can do good. Chaos can do bad. And when foolish people try to direct the chaos, it backfires. It always does. Rylerin has already had one experience with the flaws of the arcane arts. I merely wish to protect my men and my city, my home, from those same inevitable pushbacks. You are young, but you are still a spellcaster. You, Allure, will have that pushback.
Yeah, whatever.
Sir, don't sass the milk.
Oh.
And she looks over to Palfi and sort of points to, you have the sigil of your god on your clothing, I imagine.
Me?
No, Palfi.
Okay. Sorry. I immediately hear
and
God.
she
I'm like,
points-
hello?
Yeah, usually that's you.
Mhm.
And she points to it and says, "You understand the teachings of inevitability, right? As a follower of, well." And she sort of motions to your sigil, your little.
What is the sigil
Mark.
again?
I don't think we've like gone over.
We haven't
this.
really explored it.
Would I
but-
recognize it as a godly sort?
Roll me a religion. I
Man,
guess.
I'm so good at those.
I was also
Oh, I
gonna
was-
ask if I know what
16.
she's talking about as Palfi.
Oh,
That's-
you do.
Help me,
Okay.
that's your god. You're wearing the symbol. I should fucking know what god it is.
Wait, no, I'm not
Whoa,
talking
what
about. I'm talking about. Oh shit! I don't know. I what did she say beforehand? Fuck, I'm.
Yeah. So. It is the mark belonging to.
Closera.
Yeah. I wouldn't say a god. It is, a point of religion.
Yeah.
But it's not really regarded as a singular being. It's kind of like a general force. And the god's full title, you can recall, is Closera, the one of retribution and of karma.
Oh.
So it's sort of, she sort of motions to it and says that inevitable misfire. You understand that that's the nature of using chaos, because it's karma. Am I correct, Palfi?
Couldn't have said better myself.
Palfi, knowing the dangers of trying to manipulate the universe, is willing to accept the eventual pushback. Yeah.
Happy sweating
Um,
nervously. Well,
Or perhaps she already has.
If it makes life easier, why not? Yeah, I guess I just like this. This is me talking as Palfi, not like
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever. And she's just like, I see magic as a danger. Because just like a knife, it can be used to cut vegetables or people. And just like a knife, the first thing you think of when you hear it is how it can cut a person. Or at least that's what my experience has been. But I don't get angry with my men for using it, nor do I teach them that it's evil. I expect everyone to come to their own conclusions. I have the benefit of the wisdom of a long life. Longer than most of you comprehend. Or recall, at least.
Do we have a
Who knows
good-
how long you've been alive as a undead? I guess.
short, I guess. Don't matter
But
much.
you're
if I
an
can't remember.
amnesiac, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much. No matter how long I lived, if I can't remember anything.
Hard to gain wisdom from memories lost.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how much I remember at my age. At any rate, I'm certainly not upset with Arlo for trying to learn magic in order to help his people. He used it to protect me, and all of you. And he understands the dangers of it. That's why he's so upset that he had to resort to it. Too upset, actually. He did the right thing. I can only hope that you all will say the same when the time comes, she says while glancing at Allure. And then says, as she's walking toward the door, she's like, do you all need anything else?
love her.
I love her too.
Can she
Do we
just
have a
come with
canonical
us?
age for her?
Not a number, but
You should ask.
elves live like I forget what the exact number is.
Canonically, it's in like D&D lore, like 750.
But yeah, 750 years is like the average lifespan for an elf.
But also,
So-
God can say whatever they goddamn want.
Yeah.
I had a DM
Hey.
that let elves live up to like over 10,000 years old, so
That would have to be special circumstances.
real.
Because I feel like it creates friction to have a young adult elf live longer than the last 3 generations of someone in the party. I think that's usually harmful to or party dynamics.
That's fair.
So
And also, that's usually
know.
like ideal circumstances as well, though.
yeah. But based on the fact that she's old for an elf, a couple hundred. So no one needs anything from her.
Nope.
Canark ask
Gold?
for one more cup of tea. See-
Tell you what, I'll pack you some that Dix can make for you while you're on your journey. Yes.
And then she looks at Nyx like kind of just saddling him with that responsibility.
Like, now you're stuck with these fuckers because you have to make him tea.
He's like, he kind of like perks up, kind of looks at her like, really? And just goes like, yeah, I guess I can make tea.
Nignon places her hand on Nyx's shoulder and is just like,
Oh, come now. I'm sure he's your favorite.
You're not wrong.
Ouch.
and then she glances over at Palpy and is like,
No offense.
You know, that's fair.
no, it's the right thing to do to have Gnark as your favorite. Morally.
Yeah. And if Gnark's not your favorite, I sort of like grab my dog with my left hand. We're gonna have some problems.
Oh my god! I'm just like pinching the bridge of my nose, like, oh my god.
Just ignoring the
Yeah,
fact I
just
tried to punch him when we first met.
We're gonna have some problems, and she starts boxing her reflection. I guess flurry of blows on the mirror.
Oh my
I
God.
am the problem.
Bro.
Yes, there's a problem. I'm
I'm
not
the
the
s-
solution.
I'm probably not the solution. I don't know. I mean, it's probably
Yes,
the
there's a
solution.
problem. I'm the problem.
Everyone had a problem called me, and it's
Oh,
me.
boy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I pushed the bit aside.
I mean, yeah, so Nignon begins to pack up some tea, and I think that's where we can end the session.
Hooray!
Wow, role
Yo.
playing.
Wowie zowie.
Character development.
It's crazy.
Nyx is out.
Congratulations, you're out of the closet!
Hey.
He's out of the
Hey.
closet. Oh my god, that's crazy.
That felt really short, but I'm glad it wasn't. Like we had it at least.
Yeah, it was 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, well, I did tell you this was going to be shorter, and also it feels a lot shorter coming off of
6 hour. Yeah.
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 Endeavor.
Well, I'm gonna end session. See ya, fuckers.
Bye.
Also, real quick,
Bye-bye.
you might want to change our level to instead of 4 to 5. Just.
I didn't have
next time.
time to do that in the
Me.
session, but I will do that for next
I
time.
did.
I know. I'm saying like now that it's over. You know.
Just
Reminder.
remind me tomorrow. I'm EB.
Okay.
Good night, fuckers. I
Good
didn't
night,
die.
sweetheart.
I
Don't
lived
let
to
Bubba's
see another
bite.
day.
I need to charge my iPad.
Later days,
Bye.
amigo.